As you work through this exercise, there are two main things that I want you to keep in mind. First of all, confidence. Comes back to the basic principles of mark making. I want you to make sure that you are prioritizing the confidence of your execution first and foremost over anything else. That means using the ghosting method, drawing from your shoulder, and making sure that you are always using your arm to get the best flow possible. One thing I want you to do that will help you achieve that is to always draw through your ellipse. That means drawing around the elliptical shape 2 full times before lifting your pen. Just like that. This will both give your arm more opportunities to go through that elliptical motion to get better training in terms of the muscle memory development. And it will also help you execute better ellipses on the spot, because where the first pass of the ellipse will kind of inform you more in a more tactile manner of the specific, the textural quality of the paper and how your pen is gliding. And the second pass will correct any little mistakes that you may have made along the way. But while this does itself make it easier to execute those ellipses less hesitantly, to be more confident, you still have to be conscious about executing those marks with confidence, using the ghosting method, drawing from your shoulder, and so on. Otherwise, you can still end up drawing hesitantly, even as you go around multiple times, and you'll end up with a wobbly, uneven shape. So always go confidently 2 times around the ellipse. And this is something I want you to do for every single ellipse you draw in this course. I'm not concerned with how you draw outside of the course, but from here to the end of lesson 7, every ellipse you freehand will be drawn in this manner. Next, let's look at accuracy, because once you've got that confidence under control and you are executing every mark smoothly and focusing on flow, then without losing that confidence, we start thinking about accuracy. And in this exercise, we have certain limitations to where we want to place our ellipses. We always focus on what is the goal? What is my intent? We're not just drawing a bunch of random ellipses, hoping for the best. We have to first start with the preparation phase of the ghosting method, which means knowing where we want our mark to go. Here we've got a top edge and a bottom edge, and we want to make sure that the ellipse fits in that space. You may not pull this off perfectly. You probably will mess it up plenty of times, but the first step is to know exactly what it is that you're trying to achieve. So we use our ghosting method. We know that we want to fit between these spaces. And then we execute. So here there's a little bit of a gap. I didn't do it perfectly. But what's important is that I know I missed the mark because I was intending to do something differently from what came out. Had I just been drawing random ellipses, there's no way of knowing what I was actually intending to achieve. But because we have initially identified specifically where I want my ellipse to fall, we can see I made a mistake here. I underestimated how far that ellipse had to go, and I was able to learn from that process. Now, as you continue drawing your ellipses, I'm going to want to keep each ellipse so that they're touching, not overlapping, not some random distance from one another, but touching gently. So again, I repeated the same mistake. I got them pretty close. There's a little bit of a gap here. Let's see, maybe rotating the page will make it a little bit easier for me to engage my whole arm and execute that mark more as I intend to. Here, I'm touching it better here, but I ended up with a gap up here and an overlap in this section. But again, these give me concrete things that I can identify and improve upon. So this is what I want you to focus on. Confidence first. Always make sure that you're executing from the arm using the ghosting method and drawing through those ellipses 2 full times, no more than that and no less. So you don't want to end up with a big hairy ellipse where you don't even know what you were aiming for. You want it to be twice. And as you practice, your execution of those ellipses will get tighter and it will be more intentional. But for now, just keep that in mind. Always be aware of what you're aiming to achieve and work towards it. This exercise is going to be present in your warm-ups for quite a while to come, so don't get caught up in everything being perfect. The point is not to grind. The point is to make sure that students, in the completion of these exercises, understand what they should be aiming for. That's all.